So I'm trying to make a video, but people are running by with copyrighted music. So just as soon as I started, um, I'm so my guru was involved with Unit 731. He came to America the same year as General Ishii, and I believe that that's who he was, although that was a name, an adopted name. And so I was reading an article in the Japanese Times about one of the, I think the only outspoken member of the unit, who was 14 at the time and was just a child soldier. He had just finished elementary school and they had been sent to Manchuria. But my guru told me that he was tidy about his involvement. Anything that was found or known about the unit was not what he was involved with directly. That he was involved more in organ transplant and he was like the man from Squid Games. That it mattered what people thought when they were dying, and that he may have been working with the chemicals, the drugs used to transfer consciousness from one person to another, transfer behavior from one person to another. So, and it was it was a lot of different things, but what they said that they did in that unit was chemical and germ warfare, all kinds of different things. But when you think about, so he says he's, in my guru yoga with him, I've had to deal with a lot of demons, a lot of, we had to work on extreme non-duality, not that I would have copied or imitated anything that he was doing, but that I needed to understand what he had done in order to access him at the various points in his life and consciousness. Because when you die, it's like a recording. You can access people through a recording. Sometimes they become more interactive, but you store a lot of information like in a tuber or something at various extreme points in your life. And in order to talk to him about some of the teachings that can be applied variously to different things, I had to be able to face the person that he was at different times. So sometimes you fall off your skateboard on that one and get a little scraped up. So I'm experimenting with some of the output of those experiments are psychotropic drugs. It wasn't just them, but it was other people. How do you put somebody through all of this and then turn them back into somebody you can release into society? How do you take somebody who's socially acclimated and turn them into somebody that can do whatever you need them to do on a field of war? And I do know that my outlook is a little bit better right now, even when I'm looking at the people that are still actively trying to harm me. That this time I got a pretty good, I'm experimenting with when to take the Abilify, because I'm not sure what the right time of day is on that. Yesterday I had a lost day because I was just zonked all day long, and I'm not sure whether it was that or something else. And but I've got Lexapro, which is just making me, when I first started taking it, it made me feel like I had just smoked some marijuana. And so I'm still taking that first thing in the morning. It's no longer making me feel like that, but it's making me feel, calm. And then I'm not really sure whether or not I need an antipsychotic, but I'll take it at night, I think, from now on. And so the Lexapro is an antidepressant, which I definitely need. There's a limit to how much meditation and medication can do. when you're in a very hostile environment, when people are trying to countermand everything you're trying to do. And so anyway, I'm going to post a link to this article under my video, and you can see what it's about. But he told me that the Mongolians sent him some Tibetans that were visiting them, and that they were organ donor matches for himself, and that they became interactive with him.